Imagine it's the night before a big meeting and you've been chosen to assemble the final PowerPoint presentation that several coworkers collaborated on. When you get the various slide decks, you discover with great horror that there's a hodgepodge of random font styles at work within the charts, headers, and body, and, well, adjusting this Frankendeck one slide at a time is not fun. If there was just some way to fix that forever, wouldn't it be nice? Hi everyone, welcome back to PowerPoint Pro Moves. I am your host, Michael Thiel, and in this episode we're going to talk about how to tame those Frankendecks by customizing your theme fonts. You might be wondering, what is a Frankendeck? And in layman's term, a Frankendeck is when you have taken 3 or 4 different PowerPoint decks from different teammates, stakeholders, and you need to smush them all together into one cohesive deck. The problem is you often have different even slide dimensions, fonts, you've got charts, images, smart art, all kinds of things that if you were trying to do this one by one, it would take you forever. We don't want that. We want to do it the Pro Move way, which is make one quick change that cascades through the entire slide deck. And I'm going to show you how right now. Here's what we're going to look at. Number one is, what is a theme font? How do you customize it? And then really, how do you put it to use to work with speed and precision? So the first question is, what is a theme font? And this is a very valid question because 99 out of 100 PowerPoints I open do not have a customized theme font. So let's go figure out what the heck it is. So to do that, what I'm gonna do is just hit Control-N and open up a completely new PowerPoint. If we go into the View menu, we go to Slide Master, and we hover over to this middle section where your themes are. What you'll notice is that the default theme, if we just stick our mouse on there, is the heading, which is the main top. It's usually more of a bolder font, is Calibri. And then the body font, generally where most people put their bullet points, is gonna be Calibri Light. That means that's the default font, and that is what it always is. You deserve better. So here's how you customize it. First of all, you've got a couple options. You can hit this drop down button right by the theme fonts, and you have generally a lot of different choices from the Office menu. And you're gonna notice as I just scroll through a few of these, notice how the slide changes. So I'm just gonna select, for example, Century Gothic Palatino, just out of giggles here, and you're gonna notice that now all of my slide masters have immediately changed and cascaded. So that's a good day. Now, your brand certainly has its own customized font preference, and if it's Calibri, just leave it, but most of us out there have our own customized font. So here's what you need to do. Go under Fonts, and at the very bottom here is this Customize Fonts button. You wanna left click that, and you have the ability to customize the heading font and the body font and then give it a whole new name. So let's have a little fun here. Let's use Comic Sans, one of the most beloved, I mean that with quotes, right? Beloved fonts out there. Let's have our heading be Comic Sans, and so that most people will hate us, let's go ahead and use Arial for our default body font. And then let's just call this the worst theme font ever. Name that movie, by the way. Okay, so let's hit save on that one. So we have now customized this theme font. So we've built that into our slide deck. Now it's time to tame those Frankendecks with our fancy new custom theme font. Here's how easy it is. So what I'm gonna do is just open up one of my favorite example Frankendecks, which I've called Frankendeck A. And I'm gonna select all those slides that I wanna copy over. So here's a hot tip. If you select the very first slide that you wanna carry over, hold Shift and select the last slide you wanna carry over and hit Control-C, that will copy those. We're gonna Alt-Tab back over to our main presentation with our snazzy new theme font. And I am going to use this little paste drop down, and I'm going to select Use Destination Theme. That is the theme that we're wanting to use, okay? If I select that, Frankendeck A has now been tamed, and it's using the heading and body fonts of our new snazzy theme. So if we continue on with our other Frankendecks, so let's just pick one other. By the way, I put one of the world's coolest memes out there for you for a little fun, little Easter egg. And let's select those, and let's go back over. And let's just use that special paste drop down, use destination theme, and voila, we have tamed that deck. Even the fonts, the colors, all the effects that we've set in as a custom theme would be there. Today is just about fonts though, so those are topics for another day. Okay, so that's today's PowerPoint Pro Move. We've covered what a theme font is, how do you customize it, and how you put it to work. All right, you know how this YouTube thing works. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. We'd love it if you'd subscribe and tell a friend. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more PowerPoint Pro Moves.